Mediums, the intermediary between the spirit world and the living, the past and the future. Meet Paul, a true medium exploring the minds of others.
When I had my awakening, I had to figure out how I can get this information to the people. So I'm like, great, I know all this about the person, but how do I figure out how do I feed this information to the person so they can actually realize it and benefit from it? And what they told me was, what's the first thing that you see when you look at a person? And I go, I see their aura. So let's talk about their aura. He said, what does a lot of people worry about during the day? Or what do they think about it? I go, their health. Let's talk about their health. So I started jotting down these things, these notes on a piece of paper. So aura, health. He said, what else? What else is important to a human being? I go, well, relationships. Very important to a human being. There's a right relationship. So I'm like, okay, relationship. And he said, what does keeps a human being going during the day? Their work. I'm like, okay. And they said, start with that. When you see somebody, start with their aura, their health, their relationships, and their work. And then weave through it, and they said, I'm like, okay, so how am I going to do this, So, and that's where I developed the sheet. So before I see somebody, what I do is I'll call the person on the phone. And I'll listen to their voice. So I'm really looking for is their energy signature. Everybody has a specific vibration. And once I can find that vibration, I'm listening to it, then I translate that into the little boxes I made, aura. Okay, I'm feeling your aura like this. So about 80% information I already have before I see the person. The rest, about 20%, is when I'm in front of the person, I'm putting that together. They might have want to buy a new car or something, small other things. But my whole goal for this is to get the most of the information down. So when I see the person, it also creates a mysterious type of factor for the person also. Because well, you already have the information. You didn't see me. You didn't go on, I don't use social media that much or anything like that. So they're kind of surprised. And also I have stuff that is not on social media. So they're like, well, where do you get this from? And I'm like, well, and the whole point of this was to show the person that there's information always around them. And that's one of the main reasons to say that you're always walking with this information around you. It's not hidden. It's not closed up in your head. It's really always around you. And to bring people to awareness of that and to actually make people open up to this multidimensional reality that I woke up to. And my goal was from the beginning to make everybody know that the light exists, that everybody has a light. The light I saw is in everybody. And everybody has a chance to wake that light up. And that was my goal. And that's still my goal to this day, waking that light up in everybody. And that's why today I still use this sheet. And it kind of helps me categorize all my ideas and what I'm seeing. And then I put it down, according to what I'm feeling about the person. So when I'm doing my sheet, so when I do the sheet, I call the person first. I'm listening to their voice. I'm going, hi, how are you? How was your day? Give me a bit of feedback. I'm okay, great. So I'm going to confirm the appointment for tomorrow. Great. I have the phone, and within the first about 5 seconds, I close my eyes, I breathe their energy in, and I start getting a little glimpse. I start getting images. I'll get images of how they feel about their life right now, where they're at in their life. I'll get images about how they're feeling, if they have any pain in their body, if they have back pains, if they're supposed to see the doctor, if they're not seeing the doctor. So I'll start pulling all that information together and then jotting it down on my sheet. And it's about 80% of the time, 80% of the information is already there on the sheet when I see the person. And then I connect all the dots together with that person. My first session was within the first 2 weeks of waking up. So my first real session was with the first 2 weeks, and that session lasted 4 hours. So even though I had my sheet and my information, I still had to gain that confidence within me to tell the person information without doubting myself and without them saying, well, no, that's not right. And then, oh my God, I got the wrong information. And I was still learning on the spot. So it took me 4 hours to my first sessions. And at the beginning, I didn't charge people. I did it as donations because I wasn't going in this to make money. My whole goal was going in this to wake up everybody on the planet. That's my goal. Then after I realized, oh, okay, I got to kind of support myself financially here. And then that's when I started charging, pricing people. And then it started working really well. But my first sessions lasted about 4. And then I went to 3 hours and 2 hours. And for 5 years, I did sessions here and there. here and there at the beginning, just little ones, but lasting very long, until I got the opportunity to work in an esoteric store, like a spiritual boutique. And that's where it really kind of took off from there. And that's where I was able to get a lot of practice and learn how to cut down the sessions. Okay, I don't need to talk about this. Oh, I don't need to talk about that. Let me just cut it down. And then the sessions became to 1 hour, and then, 2 hours, 1 hour, 40 minutes. And I was able to kind of condense information a lot faster. And then that's where I'm at right now. Now it's instant. It's like I close my eyes instant. Before it took me 10 minutes to connect. I'd close my eyes and wait, and I'd have to feel a feeling. I'd have to have confirmation that I'm connected. I had to go through a series of processes, talk to my guides, make sure, okay, guys, you're there. So it was a big process at the beginning. And then now, I close my eyes, I breathe, and I'm connected. And then we start the session.
For more reality shows, visit YaMediaTV.com.